Ready, Freddie? All right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Gina Stidham, realtor and military spouse here in the greater Fort Johnson, Louisiana area. Be sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure you stay up to date on all things real estate and lifestyle. As I promised in my last video of the local tour, I'm going to do a Q&A bonus style video. I have my husband Alex here. He was with me throughout the entire process, and I just feel like it would be cool to kind of get his take on some of these questions. We have some really great questions here, and we are both looking forward to having this little chit chat with you guys. So without further ado, we are going to get started, and you go first.
Going to put me on the spot. So my first question, why did you create the local tour?
Okay. Well, as you know, it just kind of came to me one day. We were driving back from Lake Charles, and I was just brainstorming on some ideas because I hear a lot of like, if I would have known this, I would have chose to live here, or, you know, I would have rather have been able to put my kid in this school district versus this one. And you know, all of the time I always see on the spouses pages, like, tell me about the area, tell me about the neighborhoods, what are there, you know, to do? And I just thought, what better way to tell somebody than to show them? So I came up with a local tour, and I'm really proud of it. I think it was a super cool idea. I've had so many people thank me for making this series. I've had so much support, not only from the military spouses and the military community, but I've also had support from people who are locals here, and they were like, wow, like, you made our city look beautiful. And so the local tour was just something that I felt could be so beneficial to everybody. You know, as many times as we've PCS, we have no idea.
It can be scary.
It's stressful because it's like, okay, where do we put our kids? What neighborhood is family friendly? Or are our kids going to be able to run loose and play? Does this city have this, or does this city have that? You know, and so it just was like, I need to be able to tell people about the area. And so I created the local tour. Okay. So after going through the series with me, are you still happy with where we chose to buy a house?
I am. And I hope that people pick up on something in the videos. If you look at Leesville versus DeRidder, one of the things that you don't really pick up at first is that where you choose to live ties you to one of the bigger cities. So if you live in Leesville, you're going to go to Alexandria for everything you don't have in Leesville. And likewise for DeRidder, you're going to go to Lake Charles. Me personally, I prefer Lake Charles, so I do enjoy where we are in DeRidder. I love our neighborhood. I love where we're at. The schools are great. I think we got it right.
Okay. I also enjoy where we live. I do love our neighborhood. I love our close proximity to, you know, the things that we need, and I love how easy it is for us to get down to Lake Charles. We don't really go to Alexandria too much.
No,
I've been there a couple times.
It's too complicated to drive around. Lake Charles is easy.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I'm glad we are both happy with where we live because we bought, you know. Okay, it's your turn.
Okay. So my next question is, what do you wish you would have included in the videos that you missed?
Okay. I wish I would have given a better insight on the education opportunities as far as like colleges. We have Sowella off of Highway 171 between DeRidder and Leesville, and then we've got Northwestern State University on the north side of Fort Johnson. And I also wish that I would have talked about the, not necessarily like job opportunities, but, you know, there are plenty of employment opportunities here. I think it's just hard for people who are not local to find out about the jobs because of the word of mouth. So I wish I would have included, hey, we've got these places that you could work, and we've got these places that you could go to school.
Okay.
Okay. What was your favorite thing from the series?
So my favorite thing was getting to hang out with you during the process, and you didn't even have to take off work, so it works. I'd say next was learning about the local area. I really enjoyed walking the streets. When you're walking through downtown Leesville, or you're walking through DeRidder, walking down the sidewalks, you get to take it in a lot more, and you learn a lot from talking to people out there, and you get a sense of the history, and it kind of gives Leesville and DeRidder their identities instead of just a place. So learning about the area was probably my favorite part.
Okay. My favorite part was just all the random people that either stopped and said hello, that would, stop us during filming and say, hey, what are you doing? Or people that I knew, like when I was in Rose Pine and I was in one of the subdivisions of Rose Pine, I had 3 people that live in that subdivision that, number one, I didn't even know lived in that subdivision, but it was just chance. I was filming, they were driving through, and, we just stopped and talked. Or when I was at the Vernon Parish line, I'm telling y'all, some of y'all about got in a wreck because y'all didn't know what I was doing. Y'all just saw me at the sign and were confused. So it was really funny to just see everybody react to, it's I don't know. It was something new. But I will say that another one of my favorite things was all of the support that I received from the local community. I've had so many people text me, call me, stop me, thank me for, highlighting their cities in a beautiful way and showcasing what this area has to offer. And you could tell that people were very prideful and they appreciated that I was doing something for the local community, and even though this series was not geared towards the local community, it ended up being something that a lot of people in the local community looked forward to seeing. I had so many people that are like, Gina, I've lived here my whole life and I never knew XYZ. And so, just the support was the coolest thing for me.
That is really cool.
Especially because I'm not from here, this is not my area. And so to get the support from people was pretty cool for me. So
please don't stop when we're filming. It's hard enough to get it right without distractions. Is it my turn?
Was that one of your unfavorite things? Let's talk about, okay, we said what our favorite things were. What was your least favorite thing about filming?
My least favorite thing is walking around with a camera and having to turn off everything around me and just focus on videoing you. People are walking by, people are coming up and talking, and there's stuff going on. And it's kind of hard for me to block all that out, but we got through it. I got better.
I think my least favorite thing was the amount of times I would have what I was gonna say down and figured out, and I would be in the middle of it and something would screw it up. There would be a weed eater or a lawnmower or the train would come by. Oh my gosh, we did not even, that's one of my least favorite things is how loud the train was when we were at the Leesville.
It was terrible.
Oh my God, it was so loud. I thought I was gonna have to go to the doctor. My ears hurt so bad.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that was my least favorite thing.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you think the local area needs?
This is a really good question because, the areas surrounding, all the cities, they all have something special to offer. They all have their own identity, like you said. But what I think they all collectively need is something for the people that are in the age demographic bracket from your 30s to your mid 40s.
Okay.
We are too old for Billy Goat Hill. We're not. That's not what I'm too old for Billy Goat. I'm not doing Billy Goat. Whatever. So, I think that having spots where, like restaurants holding game nights or trivia nights, with small door
Mm-hmm.
prizes, half off beers during that. I think having a place where families can go and eat outdoors and have something to do, have it be a mix of like fun for adults and fun for kids.
Okay.
Like, for example, when we lived in Clarksville, one of our favorite spots was the Thirsty Goat.
Mhm.
And it was, just a small pizza place. You ate outside. They had picnic tables and lights.
Bring
You
your
could get a
dog.
beer. Yeah, you could bring your dogs. Your kids could get a milkshake. You had cornhole to play. It was just a family-friendly activity.
Yeah, I think something like that would actually do really well here.
We've got the skating rink and the movie theater in Leesville, but I think for the most part, if you're in that age bracket, you are traveling to either Alexandria or Lake Charles to satisfy the need of something to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think our local communities would really blossom if they had more things for us to do in that sense, a better way to make friends, meet new people, learn about the area, and just have fun doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, should we do another local tour? I don't know that I can. That was a lot of work.
That was a lot of work.
It was a lot of
What if you hit like the smaller outlying areas? What if you hit like Maryville, Dry Creek?
No? Absolutely.
No. Too much?
Too much.
Okay.
Okay, well, I do have some fun things that are happening on the back end because of this series. I just cannot talk about them right now, but I do have some things that I'm working on, and I think they are going to be super cool, and I cannot wait to share them with you when I'm able to. I really hope that everybody has enjoyed this series. I've had so many people thank me for making this series. I had so many people that are moving to the area reach out to me and feel like they can make an educated decision on where they call home. And that was the whole purpose. Moving is hard. Moving to an area you don't know is also hard. And when you've been in a position where you have moved multiple times, it doesn't really get any easier. So I felt like if I could give you guys this series, you guys would feel comfortable picking a place to call home, and it seems like I have done that. So thank you all for your support during this series. I look forward to meeting you guys. If you ever see me out and about, please stop me, talk to me. I always welcome conversation. I love meeting new people and making new friends. And I look forward to hopping on here in the near future and telling you guys about the fun and exciting things I have coming. I will see you guys next time. Bye.